Next, I'm sure that everyone here is very familiar with our next Jerry O'Connor Award recipient. Paul D'Amato is a longtime member of the New Jersey Association for Justice. For several years, he has served on our Board of Governors. Paul has dedicated his legal career to helping those injured at the hands of others. Again, another theme of many of us in this room here tonight. Paul specializes in representing victims of all types of accidents, construction cases, products liability, pharmaceutical litigation, and others. He is a fellow of the American College of Trial Lawyers, and he has received many awards over his career, all of which I can't talk about, but to name a few, he was the recipient of the 2006 Professional Lawyer of the Year Award presented by the New Jersey Commission on Professionalism in the Law. He is a 2011 recipient of the Robert McAllister Award for Excellence in the Profession of Law presented by the Atlantic County Bar Association. He is a 1999 recipient of the Trial Bar Award for Distinguished Service from the Trial Attorneys in New Jersey. As many of you know, for many years, Paul also had a very distinguished career in politics, starting as the mayor of Linwood and subsequently as a member of the New Jersey Assembly from the 2nd Legislative District. Paul is a proud graduate of Atlantic City High School, Mount St. Mary's College, and Georgetown University of Law. One of his more recent successes as a trial lawyer involved his involvement in the Tropicana Casino Resort garage collapse case that involved 36 plaintiffs, 4 of whom died, following the collapse of a 10-story garage in Atlantic City. And after nearly 5 years of litigation, Paul was able to settle the case on the eve of trial. I know that Paul has had a very distinguished career. He has a lot of things to be proud about in his career. But I also know that one of his joys, if not the joy of his legal career, is practicing with his daughter, Alexa, who's here. Paul, please come up and accept your award.
I am very humbled by receiving this award. I have to tell you that I wouldn't be here today for certain people. And the first person that comes to mind is my mother, who was raised in an orphanage until 12 and a half. And she always taught me that the glass is half full, not half empty. And from her perspective, having suffered the way she did in an orphanage, that always impressed me. And then there was my father. His nickname was Willie. And after second grade, he had to drop out of school in order to help support his family. And he taught me it doesn't cost anything to be nice to people. And those two people started the foundation. And then I met this young lady named Sandy, who had been married for 48 years. And I said to her, you know, I've been accepted to Georgetown Law School. It's very expensive. And I expected her to say, well, I'll work hard. And she goes, can't you go like to Rutgers or someplace like that? But she did it, and she supported me. And then we had the 3 princesses. And they're here right now, and I want them to stand up. Alexa, Ava, and Ashley. Yeah. We are so close. They really just adored me as I was, as they were growing up. Because like every August before they went to law school, I said, where are you going? They said, I'm going to law school. I said, you never discussed it with me. It's a true story. And they said, we discussed it with Mom. I go, okay, you're going to law school. The Princesses have given us 10 grandchildren. And you know, I look back on this journey, and it's always been about helping people. We take on these enormous giants, corporations, insurance companies, who don't give a shit about people. And I've spent, with the support of my staff here, I have Rose, my paralegal. She's been here 34 years, okay? I have Steve Van Natten, Casey Gifford, my son-in-law Chad Stoller is here. We fight the fight. We are the gladiators for our clients. We are their knights in shining armor. We are their guardian angels. And we fight like hell. And I have to tell you, 44 years of doing this, the tougher it gets, the more excited I get about it. Okay? Well, thank you. And I have to say something to you. I don't know. I lost my mind for 4 years. I was a mayor for 2 years, and I was in the state assembly. And there were a lot of good people there. And if it wasn't for Cornelius Larkin and Debbie Bozarth, I would not have made it through it. But I finally realized something so important. We have to support, both at the federal and state level, those legislators that understand what we're about. But we can accomplish more in the courtroom than we can with the legislators. Because the one thing I learned about that short time I was there, nothing gets done. It takes forever. It takes forever in Trenton. It takes forever in Washington. With a courtroom, you bang them with a significant verdict, and then all of a sudden, things begin to change. I just want to say this in closing. You know, at my point right now, I look at the giants in my life, and there is a gentleman here tonight that I have to recognize because he was a giant when I was a young guy, and that's Al Stark. Al, would you please stand up? You deserve it. Al is right there. Al Stark. Yeah. He was the genesis of what is Stark today. And here's my final comment. I'm not particularly religious, but I'm spiritual. I believe that there's an afterlife. And I can only hope that if there is, that there's a courtroom there, because I will not be a happy guy. And thank you so much. Thank you for this award. You're great people. Thank you.